EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Prescott to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on 1st first down is Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To try again after the sack. Prescott, and he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Prescott. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Prescott down. That is caught by Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Prescott.
Slant pass. Pollard brings it in.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 19. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
Nah.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Rodgers.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
40 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tonyan. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan,
27 yards.
And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage on a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd and a yard, Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and they are able to add on to their advantage. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
You got 58.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Running right, Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a play fake. Rodgers on the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Now Rodgers gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads first to third down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A first down throw for Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
To the air again, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Prescott on first down. Yeah, that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 32 yards. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CeeDee. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CeeDee, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30.
And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing here, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott, he finds his target. It's Schultz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now Prescott on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. Oh, Prescott here to throw.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
To Dobbs, and he hauls it in.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. It's a gain of 34. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Purdy. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get into a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A give to Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, now Rodgers. Looking for Tonyan on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The give is to Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan from 13 yards out. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lance, he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away. You're in good shape, but if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19.
Lance and company going on fourth down.
Rolling to his left. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
This is Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll run it with Jones. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Jones. Bulldozes past him. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Quick slant to Watson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, A long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
A final shot before half for Lance. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Over here.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Javon Kinlaw in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. He's got room past the 30. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Second play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance.
And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers.
Trey Lance finding Deebo Samuel. And the 49ers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2.
49ers 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. And inside give to Jones.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers dancing. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 16, Lance. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, and with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's going to be batted down and will go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them, got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Second and 11. Lance looking to throw.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Green Bay Packers and themselves. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lambeau. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. Caught on the right side by Jones. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers, he'll find Jones again, complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by Kingsley Enagbare.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Complete, the tight end, Kelce. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Joshua Williams makes the tackle.
You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He finds his receiver, Watson. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Rodgers. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
And now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action. Now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Slot man moves right. Mahomes now on 1st down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. That one goes for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Mahomes now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like
touchdown,
Patrick Mahomes fighting Mecole Hardman. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down. Right there.
third down. Here's Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
On the return, it's Tony.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 45 on second down, Mahomes, and some room to roam now. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Pushes past him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On second down, it's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Melton.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers.
Another catch for Melton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 31, Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So this one in the win column for Kansas. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Green Bay Packers and themselves. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to work. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 36-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Saw a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And this is to the former Packer, Randall Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones,
a 5-yard touchdown run.
and the Packers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
A solid stiff arm. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They run again with Dillon. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson.
36 yards.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver.
One move later, he's in the end zone.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Kingsley Enagbare from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun to give to Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First down, Green Bay.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They find some open field here.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And inside give to Jones. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there
is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On the counter, here's Jones. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down, as you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think...
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Out to his left.
Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. is caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Completes it again to Doubs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. Now, people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The give is to Jones.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, it's Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Touchdown, Packers!
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nixon now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
That one goes for 30 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Robert Tonyan, the intended target,
and it's 3rd and 5.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Jones is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Rodgers now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nixon now from his end zone. Well, now how about this return? He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Now Jones. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Rodgers. This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Packers are going to win this football game. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. One final try now for Rodgers.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to